Want to just give me this camera here. I'm going to turn it around now. I'm going to turn it around to Meg, but I can't really show you Meg. So this is where we're going to blur Meg out. We're going to blur Meg is blurred right now. Okay, if she decides to accept a contract with Midwest Anxiety, we'll stop blurring her out.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the
punches. All right, y'all. Good morning, fam. Good morning. Another day of life, another day of daily. So blessed to be able to spend another day with you. So blessed to be able to spend another day with you. So blessed to be able to put another day of mental health out in this world, y'all. And today is a big day in MWA history. I'm on my way to interview the first Gangster, the first MWA therapist, y'all. I'm on my way. We'll see how it turns out. We'll see how it works out. There's nothing signed, nothing has been agreed upon, but I think we've got big potential. This first MWA Gangster. We're hiring gang members, y'all. We're hiring licensed Kansas therapists all over the state of Kansas, y'all. All over, in every county in Kansas, we're hiring therapists to do the MWA thing all over Kansas, y'all. And we've got our first gangster. We got our first gangster that said, "Hey, Roundy, I want to do the MWA thing. So I'm excited. Gonna go interview and just talk mental health and see if we align. And here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing that she doesn't know. As part of the interview, she doesn't know that she's gonna film me. She's gonna film me as part of the interview doing Saturday morning donuts. So she's gonna get real live, on the job training right there in the interview, because you know we love our donuts on Saturday morning, and we're gonna see how she does. So y'all, today is gonna be a fun day. Sit back, put on your seatbelts, enjoy this ride around doing community therapy. Okay, we're here. Been talking with Meg, who hopefully she'll join us at Midwest Anxiety. But during the interview, we've talked about that she is going to film me doing Saturday morning donuts. So Meg has set up. She's right here. I'm not going to show her yet because she hasn't officially signed a contract, but she's going to film me doing Saturday morning donuts. Okay. We're at Front Range Coffee. And y'all, what brings me here is I've been talking with an awesome person. She's wanting potentially, I don't know yet, we're going to see. I'll go ahead and Meg, if you want to just give me this camera here. I'm going to turn it around now. I'm going to turn it around to Meg, but I can't really show you Meg. So this is where we're going to blur Meg out. We're going to blur Meg is blurred right now. Okay, if she decides to accept a contract with Midwest Anxiety, we'll stop blurring her out, but for now, blurring her out. Okay, now Meg. Okay, you guys did not see Meg, but here you are. Okay, we're here at Front Range, and I hope you've had a great week. Great Saturday morning. You know what we like to do on Saturday morning donuts. We like to have a donut buffet. But here's the thing about Front Range. They got so many great pastries here that we got here, and they were all sold out of the pastries. All right, y'all. Great interview with Meg. Great interview. And the good news is that she said she's interested, y'all. She says she's interested. And so hey, we're gonna just keep things going. We may have our first gangster, we may have our first MWA gang therapist real soon. And if that happens, I'll make sure as soon as possible to announce it to you guys, because I think there's a great opportunity. I know there's a lot of you girls out there. I know there's a lot of you girls that are looking for a female therapist, and Meg would be a great female therapist for you guys. I can't wait. I don't want to get ahead of myself, y'all. I don't want to get ahead. We're not going to really introduce her until she signs the contract, because you know anything can happen at anything. We talk about anything can happen at any time, right? But we talk about that. We talk about that all the time. Anyway, great interview. She passed the test. She passed the test of filming Saturday Morning Donuts. So that's exciting. Y'all, Front Range, great coffee house. Great coffee house, really chilling there. Kind of gives you like, hey, you're in Colorado and you're up in the, you know, tippy top part of the mountain, and you're just kind of like in a cabin somewhere, just drinking some coffee, talking to friends. So I'll definitely be back to Front Range. But anyway, y'all, it's a good time at Midwest Anxiety. It's a great time at Midwest Anxiety. And now I've got to take this energy and gonna go see some clients, y'all. Gonna go see some clients. All right, y'all. Here's one of the things that Meg and I were talking about. We were talking about just being really good at your craft. The things that really interest you, the things that you like, just being really good at them. And the way to be really good is to basically just really enjoy the things that you do. The more that you enjoy something, the more time, the more energy, the more money you're gonna put into it, right? It's something that feeds you. And so my hope is that you don't let anxiety, you don't let depression, you don't let your struggles get in the way of you being good at things. I want you to find yourself, and I want you to choose yourself rather than anxiety. And I want you just to double down and triple down on those skills that help you be good at things, y'all. I'll tell you, I'm very open, and I talk about this a lot. I love what I do. I love this. I love talking to you. I love seeing clients. I love just mixing myself in mental health. It just is it's a huge interest of mine. I was telling Meg that, you know, my top hobbies are work doing this. I love doing this. Okay, I love running. Okay, I love listening to music and going to concerts and watching sporting events, and I love going to restaurants. And then it drops off from there. It drops off big time from there after that. But I'm telling you, the reason why I'm able to put so much time and energy and everything else into it is because I don't let the struggles get in the way of me loving this, because I know I love this and I choose this. I choose to do this rather than to focus on my struggles. I don't focus. I mean, there are times, I'll be honest with you, that I get down. I don't want to send that message to you that life is great all the time. There are those times, but I'm telling you, put your time, energy, and money not into anxiety, not into depression, not into your struggles. Put it into the things that you really enjoy, y'all. Put it into the things you really enjoy. And I'll tell you what, this job as a therapist, you know, I could put my time and energy into just the clinical part of it and getting really good at, you know, being able to clinically see things. But I also tell you that as a therapist, as a person, that I really like, I like going deeper than that, y'all. I love going deeper than that. I like making it more personal. I know the person that I'm talking to is so valuable and so interesting that I like to find out things about them. Like, I like to go deeper. I like to go deeper than just like, hey, yeah, we're just talking about thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. I want to know what makes that person tick-tock? Not like TikTok, like, you know, the app, but what makes them go? What makes them feel good? What makes them, what's their life like? How are they spending their time? How are they not spending their time? Like, I like to see the whole picture. I like to go deeper. I like to work through all those things that maybe other people don't really care about. That's what I like to focus on with people, is the things that other people don't focus on, the things that they don't really care about. One of the things that I like talking with kids about, teenagers, you know, when I was growing up, we had our own language as teenagers. Rad, totally cool, you know, those kind of far out, you know, those kind of things. Today's teenagers, they got all this other conversation. They got all this other conversation going, like sus, which is like suspect, sus, mid, which is kind of like middle. It's kind of mid. It's kind of like, it's not bad. It's not good. It's just kind of mid. It's kind of in between, right? You know, they got all these different skibbity. They like saying skibbity toilet. They like saying skibbity toilet. I'm telling you all this, y'all, because I'm telling you, like, I like to dive deep. I like to dive deep into the things that interest me, and that because that's what life is all about, is really trying to really put into your life the things that really give you energy, that really just like feed you, like it just is, I guess, you know, your thing, right? Your thing. All right, y'all. When I get to a place where I can stop, I want to read for you some of these cool sayings. You know, if you're a parent out there, I know sometimes when your kids call you bro or bruh, I know your kids probably do that. I hear kids saying it all the time. Parents think it's a lack of respect. I get that. I hear parents saying, I'm not your bruh, I'm not your bro, I'm your mom. I get that. I understand that. And I do believe there needs to be a hierarchy within the family, right? Kids need to understand that parents are authority. And at the same time, I want parents and teachers and everyone that's around kids to be able to at least acknowledge and validate and just be in the kids' lives enough to know that the kid can sense that you care, because I think that's really important as adults, that kids really feel like we care about them, right? So when we get to a stopping point, I'm gonna read you some of these cool things that kids say these days, and maybe you can just maybe you can go to your kid and you can say, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? And see what they say. Mom, you're that's so cringy. I bet that's what they say. That's cringe. That's cringe. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. All right, let's go through some of these. A bet. When they say bet. An adverb that means agreement, confirmation, or understanding. Bussin'. Ooh, I like this one. Bussin'. An adjective that means amazing, really good, or impressive. Extra. An adjective that means dramatic, attention-grabbing, or too much. I mean, the GOAT. We know the GOAT because we talk about Patrick Mahomes, right? An acronym that stands for greatest of all time. Vibe check. A phrase that means assessing the overall atmosphere or energy of a situation. Let's see. Oh, this one right here. This is an all-timer. This is an old-timer right now. Cap. Cap or no cap? A term that originated in African-American vernacular English and commonly used to mean lying or making a false statement. Cap. Cap means you're lying. No cap means you're not lying. All right. We went over sus. And sigma, a term that refers to someone who's independent, confident, and successful. You're a sigma. And then skibbity. Oh, here we go. Skibbity, a term that can mean something is bad or cool, but it can also simply be used as a word or a meme to confuse people or start a joke. Skibbity. So bad, rad, cool, Now they're saying skibbity instead, all right? All right, y'all. Let's talk about something I've been talking with clients about. And boy, this is something that if you can get this right, then it's gonna fuel you to overcome an anxiety or depression or whatever your struggle is, y'all. Like, here's the thing. The world and life is going to continue to go on. It's going to continue to go on. And whatever's happening in the world is going to cause certain reactions, certain emotions, certain thoughts inside of you. It's going to trigger you to react in a certain way, okay? If it might be something somebody says or does, if it might be a job you got or didn't got, if it might be that you wanted to socialize today and you didn't, if it's you got a bad grade on a test, if it's you got fired from work, or it's because you got divorced today, whatever life happens, that life is going to happen, okay? We can easily just stop there and say, but Randy, I don't want life to happen in negative ways. Can't life just not happen in negative ways? And I would say, no, we're not focusing on how life is going to happen. Life is just going to happen. Can we just assume that whatever happens, you're just going to have to basically understand, come to some understanding and of acceptance that that's just the way that it happened, while at the same time understanding that you have the opportunity to change your reality. I didn't say change the situation. Change your reality by how you think and you feel about the situation that happened. This is basic cognitive behavioral stuff. And I talk with people all the time. And we talk about this and we get into these states. We confuse ourselves because we forget, for whatever reason, that life just happened, and we forgot that we had a chance, we had a different way of thinking about it, we had a different way of feeling, we had a different way of acting than you chose to do. But for whatever reason, you were on autopilot, you just went into automatic mode, and you just got upset. And you gotta stop and say, hey, I know that life happened this way, I know that this situation happened, but I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to think of it a different way. My natural way of thinking and feeling and doing was this way, but I'm going to change the way that I do that. And I think that's a lot of what therapy does for you, y'all, is it helps you look at situations and go, okay, how could you have done it differently? Not in a judgmental way, not in a judgmental way. It's just a non-judgmental space to be like, you reacted this way in life, you reacted this way in this situation, how could you have done it differently? What could you have thought differently? How could you have felt differently? What could you have done differently? All right? If you can get to that place where you're not focused on the things outside of you and you're focused more on what can I do when these things go on the outside, when I'm anxious or when I'm stressed or when I'm depressed, what can I do? How can I think differently? How can I feel differently? That's what I want clients to ask me. I don't want them to come to me and say, and just focus on the outside and blame the outside. If they do, they know that I'm going to turn it around on them. And again, in a very caring, loving way, I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to be like, no, we're not focusing that camera. We're not focusing that mirror on the outside of you. We're turning it around. We're focusing that mirror right on you. How could you do something differently? All right? How could you think differently? All right, y'all. Hey, it's been a good day. It's been a really good day. Thanks for watching today. I hope you have a big smile on your face. Lots of love in your hearts. And see you again tomorrow.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup.